Hello children, today we are going to read TreeTop Twin Adventures. The twins have a picnic with a spinosaurus. It's written by Cressida Cowell. Long, long ago, the sun shone down on the wild, wonderful world and the volcanic swamps bubbled and steamed. The TreeTop family, the first ever to invent a time machine, have traveled back to the land of dinosaurs. In this adventure, the time machine has gone back 95 million years to the Cretaceous period, and they are in what is now known as Africa. The TreeTop family were about to have a delicious picnic in the shade of some trees by the river, but nobody was quite hungry enough for lunch yet, and everyone wanted to do different things. Asha wanted to go swimming. Tulip wanted to make mud castles. Ted wanted to send paper boats down the river. Elfie wanted to climb trees. Professor Penelope wanted to study the fish. And Professor Pablo wanted a nap. Let's all do our own thing for half an hour, and then we can join together to have this picnic, said Professor Penelope. So Professor Pablo settled down for a nice little sleep in the shade. Elfie climbed a tree. Professor Penelope studied the fish and kept an eye on the twins. Tulip made mud pies. Ted made paper boats, and Asha practiced her swimming. She had just learned to swim properly without one foot on the ground. Everything was peaceful. Everything was quiet, apart from Professor Pablo, who was snoring rather loudly. From the top of the tree, Elfie could see a long, long way. He could see the river curling away into the distance like a snake. He could see the sails of Ted's paper boats, carried along the river by the wind. But hang on a second. What was that? Elfie blinked and dropped his eyes. There was something in the river. A sail much larger than the sails of Ted's boats that was moving towards them very, very fast. Something that looked very, very dangerous indeed. Something that wanted to have a little picnic of its own. "Mom!" Elfie shouted down the top of his tree. "I think I can see the fin of a shark coming towards you." "Only it's much, much bigger than any shark I've ever seen." "Get out of the river as quick as you can, Asha." "That sounds like the back of the spinosaurus," said Professor Penelope. So Asha swam quickly to the side of the river and clambered out of the bank beside Penelope, Tulip, and Ted, just in time for the enormous fin came round the bend of the river, and it was indeed the back of a spinosaurus. "Can a spinosaurus come out of the water?" asked Ted. "Nobody knows," said Professor Penelope. "But we're about to find out, Elfie. Come down from the tree. Run, everyone!" So they ran up the bank, and sure enough, the spinosaurus followed them. "Oh, my goodness," said Ted, and as they ran as fast as they could, Spinosaurus can't come out of the water. "And oh, my goodness," said Tulip, "its head looked exactly like a crocodile's. Does that mean it's a meat eater?" "And oh, my goodness," said Asha, "the Spinosaurus may even be bigger than a Tyrannosaurus Rex." "Yes," panted Professor Penelope. "We think that the Spinosaurus could be the largest of the meat eaters." "Pablo, wake up!" Professor Pablo woke up with a jump and a start, and to find his family running towards him, waving their hands in the air. And the enormous Spinosaurus was charging towards them, looking like it thought that the TreeTop family might be a delicious picnic for a Spinosaurus on a hot, windy day. Whatever could they do? Asha had a brilliant idea. She grabbed the picnic blanket, which was a very bright red. "Hold on to the edge of the blanket, everyone, and flap it as hard as you can. So the treetop family grabbed hold of the picnic blanket and all together they waved it back and forth, and the wind caught it like it was a big red sail. The Spinosaurus stopped charging. Suddenly the treetop family looked like it might not be a picnic at all. Suddenly the treetop family looked like it could be another Spinosaurus with little legs and a great big red sail. That would explain the weird loud snoring noise that the creature had just been making. The Spinosaurus were not in the mood to take on another Spinosaurus, especially one with a sail as big as that one. The Spinosaurus gave a grunt and turned around and went back to the water. Phew, panted Professor Penelope. Well done, everyone. I've always wanted to see a Spinosaurus, but perhaps not quite that close up. At last, the family were hungry enough for lunch. Some of the picnic had been stomped on by the Spinosaurus, but the rest of it was delicious. Nighttime in the land of the dinosaurs. The hot winds were gently rocking the treetop home of the treetop family. And safe inside their treehouse, they were all fast asleep. Well, nearly all. Do you think a Spinosaurus really is bigger than a Tyrannosaurus Rex? Said Elfie sleepily. It was a little hard to tell, said Asha, because the sail on its back made it look bigger than it really was. But I do know one thing. What's that? Asked Elfie. In our families, we are very good at doing our own things, said Asha, but we are even better when we work as a team. And then they both fell asleep. Real facts about dinosaurs. Spinosaurus. They were the largest of meat-eating dinosaurs. Scientists think that they may have lived on water and on land. The sail on their backs may have made them look big, larger, and scarier to other dinosaurs. They had heads like crocodiles. The end. I hope you enjoy it.